Have you ever walked into a room but then forgot why you went in there? You know there was a reason. It was something that needed to be done. Something simple, but you can't remember it for the life of you. You stand around for a while, looking for a reminder, wondering if it will ever come to you, but it doesn't. So you leave the room only to see something which reminds you what you were supposed to do. Well, if you take that moment where you stand in the room, that feeling of absolute frustrated uncertainty, and stretch it out over the past 15 years, that's pretty much what my life has consisted of since middle school. Knowing there is something that needs to be done, and it's something I could do if I could just remember what it was. I feel stuck in a sort of limbo where essences of life buzz around me, but I can't access them. Like I'm on a treadmill chasing a carrot that can never be caught. And one day I'm going to exit this life, and I'm sure the moment I do, I'll remember why I came here in the first place. Unfortunately, I won't get another shot. Our perception of reality is shaped by language. Psychologists find that one of the best strategies for managing emotions is to name them. We think of mental health as a spectrum from depression to flourishing. Flourishing is the peak of well-being, where you have a strong sense of meaning, master, and mattering. Depression is the valley of ill-being, in which you feel despondent, drained, and worthless. Languishing is the void in between. The word describes the gray, often overlooked no man's land. A sense of stagnation and emptiness that feels as if you're looking at your life through a foggy windshield. It's not a disease, not a recognized syndrome. A total lack of energy is absent for burnout, and a feeling of hopelessness for depression. You muddle through the day aimlessly, not functioning at full capacity. You don't notice the dulling of delight or dwindling of drive. You don't catch yourself slipping into solitude. You're indifferent to your indifference. The term was coined by sociologist Corey Keyes, who was struck that many people who weren't depressed also weren't thriving. When you add languishing to your lexicon, you start to notice it all around you. It shows up when you feel let down by your short afternoon walk. It's in your kids' voices when you ask how online school went. It's in The Simpsons every time a character says, "Yeah." We still have a lot to learn about what causes languishing and how to cure it, but naming it may be a first step. It could help to defog our vision, giving us a clearer window into what had been a blurry experience. It could remind us that we aren't alone. Languishing is common and shared. It may even be the dominant emotion of 2021. And it could give us a socially acceptable response to, "How are you?" instead of, "I'm fine." In the end, I was still standing in that room, uncertain why I went in there in the first place. And I fear I'll never know. Fear is powerful. Uncertainty is its cousin. Together they make us do weird stuff and keep us from doing the things we want to do. So how will this all shake out? The answer to that question is uncertain, I fear. Make sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit that like button.